Hey, welcome to the We Didn't Say That podcast.
Welcome back, guys. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed yet.
This is a new chapter. We have the Big Daddy Mike.
We both in this episode have ascended.
We've invested in our future.
We invested in our future. Me and him took a little
Dude,
trip.
I
Go
meant to
pick
say
these
this to
fuckers
you.
up.
On one of these, shitty car drives because Ohio's so far apart. Imagine living in Europe. Everything's so close together and they still bitch.
I know they're
But-
still bitching
but
on
anyway,
about an hour car ride.
I saw this building, like a warehouse building, and on the side it just said ascend with like the prayer hands up.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like, holy shit, I just take a picture of this for Caleb. And I was like, I'm going 45 miles an hour. I don't want to risk
I
it.
can't fucking pull my phone out here. That would be funny. We should get a picture of that for the podcast. We
Yeah.
could use that as a still.
Ascend fully.
Yeah. I just want to make it clear ascend is not, when I say it, it has no religious connotation. I don't want to
Not
take it away
yet.
from how cool that saying is that I have.
It's not happened yet, but stay tuned.
The church will not take that. It's taken everything away from everyone. It's not taking that away from me. The church has taken your entire life.
It's taking my innocence.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
taking-
kidding.
It's taking
That was a joke. It got a little too serious.
a little part of you when you were younger. Your priest.
Not me.
You are Catholic.
I am Catholic. Never happened to me.
So
Hey. Okay, let me talk about this.
Go for it,
I feel
buddy.
like most of the ones that got I shouldn't talk about this.
oh, it's okay.
If
Talk.
my parents ever find this, just don't listen to this part. But I feel like most of the victims were altar servers.
What is that?
The ones that there's the priest, there's the deacon, the two head honchos. Then they have usually these four kids that just run around doing all like the little sacrament shit. Shouldn't have said shit there.
Like lighting candles and shit?
Yeah, and like
Okay.
carrying things around.
Gotcha.
I feel like those are the kids that got
Wait, who does
arrested.
the smoke?
The little kids.
They do the smoke?
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite stories ever is so at church one day, it's just me. I wish I had another witness besides like the other, I don't know, 100 people in the church, but I don't know any of them. I don't talk to them. I'm not the social butterfly at church. But anyway, these like four altar servers, they were praying. It was during like a really serious part of the mass. And then one of them fainted. And then
On,
another
like,
one
the
fainted.
stage?
Fainted. The doctor in the crowd runs up to the first one that fainted. Second one fainted. And then a third one fainted until finally someone was like, it's too much fucking incense. There's too much fucking
Oh,
incense.
they couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was
They
wondering why.
polluted the air so much with the scent of incense, which I'm allergic to personally, so I understand. And to the point that these children were
Dude,
to like a super serious, like a super religious person that like they buy in. All right. To an extent,
right.
that's almost crazy to someone who hasn't reached this extent that like use everything. They probably thought the devil was in the church just taking out kids.
Dude, you know what? When you said
just
that,
striking them down.
do you know what I thought had happened? I had thought the priest had gave them something. He's like, here, guys, eat this snack. I made it at home. You guys will
Like
love it.
some Jamestown Kool-Aid.
No, well, not killing them, but he was like, by the time this starts kicking
Fuck
in,
you.
we'll all be in the
He
back.
judged the metabolism poorly.
Yeah,
You
and he's
fucking
like,
prick.
service is taking too long.
No,
So
no,
all of
no.
them started passing on stage, and he was like, oh,
One
fuck,
thing I will say
I
about the
can't
Catholic
rape
priests,
these boys.
All right, fuck you. Fuck you. One thing I will say about the Catholic priests is I don't think that this is fucked up.
Keep going.
But I don't think they use sedatives. I think that they didn't. I think they just used their silver tongue.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think
To
the
lube up
people
those
were
kids'
100% just like 12 years old and fully sober, like awake.
I might cut that. What I said. That was really fun.
No, this is all good. This is
All
all.
right.
This people already know this.
All
shit. It's
right.
not like we're breaking news to anybody.
Mom and Dad, you heard that? I'll skip the next 2 holidays. Anyway,
It's understandable. No gifts for Michael. It's okay.
yeah, but
He
when
gets
this
it.
podcast blows up,
Oh,
we'll
you
see.
guys are gonna be asking for money, asking, "Hey, Michael, could you get us a car?" Don't
I'm
worry.
gonna buy you a house.
My parents
I'm
will
gonna-
do the same
I'm gonna buy
thing.
you a house, but in front of this house, I'm gonna get a giant marble, just dick, full bush,
Yeah.
just in front of your house. A 3D model of a dick that's probably 30 feet high,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
multiple stories.
with like a pea stream that almost reaches the same height
Pea?
as the Seattle Space Needle.
Oh, wow.
Pea. So it's a very powerful stream.
Yeah, just fucking arches.
Extremely powerful
That's
stream.
what's up.
Yeah. So don't fuck with me.
I have thought about like you know what would be a real baller move though? I've thought about if I were able in this situation now to buy my parents' house so they could downsize and I could get a fucking baller house, dude.
Dude, one of my dreams when I was in one of my like fucked up stages, one of my
You
depressed
gotta hold the mic
stages.
like
Oh,
this,
sorry.
dude.
One of my dreams when I was in a depressed stage in my life was I worked at this place and I fucking hated it. It was this little deli, and the boss, the manager, just pissed me off constantly. I was in a bad place in my life. Looking back at it, he wasn't that bad. But one of my dreams is like I would tell people this. I'd be like, "Hey, do you fucking know what I'm gonna do when I get older and rich and shit? I'm gonna fucking buy this deli and fire his ass." That was like a dream I had in one of my super depressed states.
I thought,
Just to be that petty, just to be successful,
oh
just to
no,
fuck this one guy's life over.
I've had the exact same thought.
Again,
Like
I'm sorry, you weren't that bad.
or like, dude, when I get older, I'm going to okay, so yeah, like a shitty manager at like a fucking like a chain. I used to work at a fucking I used to deliver pizzas
I
at
know a
this
place. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'll say I don't give a fuck.
No,
Mark
don't, no.
why? Whatever. I used to deliver pizzas for
What's up?
an undisclosed pizza company because Michael is being weird about this. So what had happened was his do you want me to say his name? Probably not, right?
Who?
I'll say his name. My manager.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Fucking
his
good.
name
You
was
don't.
Jake. Yeah. So
Fuck you,
Jake was a
Jake.
massive prick. He would give me like the shittiest hours, like, and I was a delivery person, so I'd get there 2 hours before any deliveries would come in just so I could do like the shittiest work. As you know, you worked in a pizza place.
Folding boxes and shit.
Exactly.
Folding
Fucking
boxes is
laying
mind numbing.
dough. Fucking all of that bullshit. The shit that just nobody wants to fucking do.
To be fair, you guys, the delivery drivers, you guys made more money than everyone else.
I
So like, fucking suck it up.
The
Prick.
position, I understand. I never made that much money because I would always get fucked because Jake, the manager, guess who always got the best deliveries? Which fucking delivery
The one
driver?
he was sleeping with.
Exactly. His fucking
Oh!
girlfriend got the best
Oh!
deliveries. And they would know. They'd be like, "Oh fuck. This dude, Jimmy O would always tip. I'm just making up a name, but these people would routinely order big meals like once a week and tip like 20-25 bucks. So every week you could count on basically getting like $300 in tips just from getting like these regulars. She got every single regular, dude.
I have a few questions.
What's up?
How old's Jimmy?
Jimmy, they're like it's all different. Like this guy specifically, he was like middle age, like mid
How old
early
was his
50s.
girlfriend?
You mean Jake, my manager?
Yeah, how old
He's
was
probably
his
like
girlfriend?
30,
Okay, how old was Jake's
35,
girlfriend?
about like 30, like
I
a
thought it was gonna
handful
be
of
like
years
I
younger.
thought it was gonna be an uncomfortable age gap.
No, no, what it was a fucking it was a pizza relationship. They had a pizza house relationship. These fucking
Oh,
weirdos.
so they cheated on their significant others
No,
together?
no, it wasn't. They were actually dating, but it was one of those things where it's like, she started dating him because he was making more money because he got promoted from like a fucking pizza person or whatever the fuck. And now she's like, oh,
This guy's no longer a pizza boy, he's a pizza man.
this guy who's been asking me out for fucking the last 8 months, he finally got this big
Who
promotion, got a new car or whatever. Like,
who
okay, now I'm
cares
gonna
if
go
he
out with
still
him.
wears checkered socks? Who cares if he wears checkered socks to work at his pizza
He was a
job?
real chud, but I had the same. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Do you know what this motherfucker did to me? He pulled. It was on April 1st. Pulled me into the back of the fucking restaurant, right where all the cameras were, where they always bring people out like whenever somebody's in trouble. And he made sure that the entire restaurant was full of fucking like staff. And he was like, "Caleb, I need to come speak to you in the back." Fuck.
I hope
So
this is going right. I think it is.
pulls me into the back. And he goes, so me and he had like this like branch manager who was there like every other day. His name was like Cole. He was like, me and Cole have been talking and it hasn't really been working out. Your deliveries are a little slow. We've checked in on some of the deliveries and and the people you're delivering to say they've said you've been rude. And I'm like, what? At this time, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like my deliveries are not like that slow. No one would ever say I'm fucking rude. Who the fuck ever is like that pizza guy was really like you have to go out of your way to be rude for someone to be like, man, that delivery guy was a real dickhead. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just common sense of being kind. So I was like, at this point, like, Because when you start getting fired, it's such a shitty feeling, and you have such like a physical reaction to it. Like I started getting like choked up. Not that I was gonna cry, but like
Enraged.
yes, out of fucking anger. I'm like, this fat fuck is gonna tell me that I'm not doing fucking my job right, whatever.
This
All this
middle-aged pizza guy.
this fucking chode. So I was like waiting and I was looking back, and neither one of them could look at me because I'm like, oh, and they're being pussies too. They're firing me. You can't even fucking look me in my eyes and fire me. And then they were like, just kidding, prank, dude. It's April 1st. I had to come like I was, dude,
I would have told
seconds.
I would have told HR. I
I
would have been
was
like, he Michael Scotted me. He fucking mock fired me. He mock executed me in front of everybody. What the fuck? I want him fired.
I should have. At that time I was just so excited not to have lost my job, dude, because it was like the only money I had coming out at the time. It was crucial
So
in high school.
I forgot about this stereotype, but apparently, whatever type of white I am,
Dude, the
oh, sorry.
goddamn mic. No, you have to hold it like this. It's not picking you up.
Apparently, whatever type of white I am, not like the Italian part, but the other part that my grandma was, is like super good at holding grudges.
Oh yeah.
And I realized that that's just something I also do.
Hold
Like, I
grudges.
don't forgive people for the littlest inconveniences. So if I still worked at that place, that manager would have been fucked with every day. I would have just held it over his head like a fucking noose. I would have been like, hey, remember when you fucking mock fired me? If you don't start giving me the good fucking deliveries too, I will hang you. I will tell HR and I'll be like, hey,
I'm gonna fuck your
he
fat ugly girlfriend too.
he told me that if I went with you, he'd fire me, all this shit. Just ruined your life because you fucking mock fired me. I would never forgive you. I would make your life hell. I'd make you schedule me the best days for deliveries and give me the other days off. I'd make you make it so I could eat there for free. Fuck you, Jake. Jake, I would hang you by your own fucking rope.
So that's the guy who I wanted to be like, I'm gonna buy this branch out. He's not gonna know, and then I'm gonna walk in and be like, "What's up, mother?" And the best thing is, you don't fire them. You just make their life hell until they quit, so you can
Until
go.
it's April 1st, and then on April 1st, you actually fire him.
You be like, I can't do
Just
this
be a
anymore,
prick.
Jake. It's just too much. I think I gotta let you go. And he's like, okay, where's the joke? And it's like, no, I'm now escorting you out of the building. You need to leave. And
Jake,
he's like, oh shit, I'm actually fine. And then all that bad feeling starts.
Jake, I'm tired of the yeast smell you admit.
Dude, how cool would it be to be a wizard and you could just inflict feelings onto people? The fucking feeling of getting fired. How
Dude, if
little would someone have to
if everyone
inconvenience
had
for you to just fucking flick and be like, "Oh, you're gonna feel like you just got fired for the next 30 minutes."
so little, so little, like they
Like,
could cut me off on the highway and I would be like, "Oh, for the next 30 seconds, your dog just got hit by a car, you piece of shit."
you're just in your mind and freaking out, be like, "Oh my god, my fucking dog
You're
got hit by a
driving
car."
recklessly, that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, no, I would just hit people with the feeling like feeling like you're about to shit your pants.
Getting a medical diagnosis you don't want to get.
You just feeling like you have to shit until you run into the house and you sit down and then it just goes away and you're like, "What the fuck?" Just
Always
feel it just
like the feeling of being on
absorb back into you.
the verge of sneezing and never sneezing.
Oh, dude, that's hell.
But
That
if
is
everyone had
hell.
the power, you'd have to be like really careful with it, or else you'd get revenge, Howard.
If they knew and if they also had this power.
I feel like if it just a few select people with that power, we would all, the empowered, start cults and just we'd make a pact with everyone. Be like, we tell no one we can do this.
Yeah.
We tell absolutely no one, and we just take different continents. All right, I'll take whatever fucking continent you want to give me, and I'm gonna become the god of that continent. I'm gonna have them build fucking monuments to me.
I'm just gonna make everyone feel like they're getting fired
Yeah.
until I fully ascend to power.
I'll make them feel like they've just had the best orgasm as their life
Oh yeah.
as soon as they sacrifice their firstborn to me.
Your enemies, as soon as they're like talking to like their like fucking business partners, like serious like meetings, you just make them feel
Just
like they're
follow.
coming. No, so they're just like talking to Bill and they're like, oh shit, and then like people are like, what's going on with Ted? Why does he look like he's about to fucking cream?
Dream. Did Ted just fucking come in his pants? Ted, what the fuck,
And then you
dude?
snap him out. He's like, I don't know, my stomach. And then you throw it back right at him. He's like, "Oh, oh," and he starts looking at. You know, it'd be funny if he
Just
just
wait,
he
wait.
just keeps staring at one guy in the room, like some intern. He's like, just keeps looking at him. He's
No.
like, "Oh."
Another thing I would use this wizard that we've created, the minor inconvenience wizard, would be to have like the feeling of Frank when he had that vibrating egg up his ass. To be able to
Oh,
do that to people you don't
yeah.
like.
Just make him feel like they have a butt plug that's vibrating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Make it so their fucking lower body's shaking.
Or make them feel like they're about to throw up.
Pleasure that spot.
Ugh. You want to what? You want to
I
make
want to make them question their sexuality. I want to fucking mentally
you want to
use
be
these
able to
people.
make guys nut
Yeah, I
via
do.
their ass with your mind.
Yeah, so then they'll be like, "Am I gay? Am I gay?" And then for the next like 2 weeks, they'll text every girl they know. They'll be like, "Hey, did I ever get off any
Dude,
gay
that's
vibes?"
actually really funny. Hold on.
People do that shit, I'm sure.
The
I've
mind
thought about doing that before because someone's been like, "Oh, you're not gay," and I was like, "No, I'm not fucking gay. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm straight." And I got pissed.
dude,
I would get
just
pissed.
make it so every time
Yeah,
they
so
touch
that
their
feeling.
ass, even if it's just like to scratch or
Every time they wipe their ass, they'll make it feel
yeah,
like they just
they
finished.
just fucking had dude, they
Give
would
them hypersensitive anus.
every time they touch your asshole, it makes them feel like they're like
They
coming through
actually
your ass.
come through their
Dude, that's so funny. So they will just guys will go out of their way not to touch your ass.
So
Be like, I don't
everybody would just have the stinkiest little
dude, they'd
assholes.
be like, what do you mean you don't
They'd
want to be
have to
like,
wait to
nah,
wash their
that's
ass until they
gay.
got in the shower.
That's gay. Wiping your ass is that would quickly wiping your ass would
Imagine
quickly
playing.
become gay.
Imagine being it would be. Imagine being playing football, and you're at practice. You're home or away, whatever. Your colors are white.
Yeah.
Your pants are white. So you have your underwear on. The pants are low key see through. Pants are low key see through, like all fucking football pants are for some reason. It's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
perverted.
weird. It is
Even
weird.
the little kids, come on, they don't have to be see
Come
through.
on, y'all. What
Even
are we
the
doing?
Special Olympics don't make the volleyball players wear spandex. Anyway,
Which we should flip that. Just saying.
dude, I don't know where this beach volleyball at the Special Olympics is. I can never.
The beach volleyball at the Special Olympics. You were worried about talking shit on Catholic
sorry.
priests.
Dude, that was a fucking solid joke. What are you talking about?
No, it was. I liked it.
I liked it too. I think anyone who listened past the Catholic priest is gonna think that's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. Everyone's
Anyway.
listening past it. Dude, people were cheering us on when we were talking about the Catholic Church.
I know, and that makes me feel so fucking guilty. You
Why?
have no idea.
Why?
It's just engraved in me, religious guilt.
Dude, I know. This is what I've been telling you. You have to work on not feeling as guilty all the time. That's
I
why-
don't feel guilty about strangers.
Well, no, not about strangers, but about
Fuck you
saying shit.
guys.
Just saying fucked up stuff.
I know.
You could just work
I
on that.
stopped
and-
myself a few times this weekend over the holiday, dude. Oh, I almost let it rip.
Oh, I can imagine.
Oh, it was so hard. I got
Being around that fucking family of yours.
yeah, dude.
All
They're
those
so
sisters you have.
religious, so
All those sisters. You got a bunch of
PC or
sisters.
super conservative, so I can't even like make any joke. I got yelled at for making a joke this weekend, dude.
What?
It
What was
wasn't
the
even
joke?
a bad joke.
What was the joke?
I brought up a fucking play.
What play?
The Book
Hamilton.
of Mormon.
Oh God.
I was like,
Book of
hey,
Mormon.
I just mentioned it on the side. It's like a little conversation topic. I didn't even make any fucked up jokes. And my brother, or a family member, was like, I have Mormon friends. You can't make those jokes. And I tried to explain to him. I was like, dude, we can make jokes about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, dude.
If someone doesn't like the joke, they just don't have to listen.
This is America, right?
It's freedom of speech. And he's like, I just think it's fucked up to make fun of religions. He was like, what would you do if they were making fun of your religion? I'd be like, they're allowed to have their own fucking opinion.
Not give a fuck, dude.
Dude, I don't give a fuck what they say. You guys shouldn't give a fuck what we say. I think everyone should just,
I don't think
as
they
you
do.
say, ascend
Fully
to
ascend.
the point where you
Just.
don't give a fuck.
I know this is like not. I'm actually glad you brought this up because this is a good segue.
Give a fuck about how you smell.
Yeah, personal hygiene.
Wipe your ass even if it makes you come.
But also, like, okay, serious part. Where has independent thought gone from people? People are so
Social media and the internet, dude, it fucking ruined it.
people. If you are one of those people and you're watching a YouTube video and someone brings something up and you may not have an opinion about it, and somebody says something like, "No, the color green isn't fucking cool," and you're like, "Yeah, green is actually kind of bullshit."
Guys,
Dude, you suck.
on some real shit, please if you ever just like you're looking for a book to read, I know this sounds super weird, but if you're looking for a book to read and you like want something you can think about, let's read Fahrenheit 451. It's a very realistic like depiction of what civilization could be heading towards with how the internet is
Censorship
kind of
is
censoring
fucking
us. Yeah.
yeah.
You guys should really read that book. I know if you're like young, you're gonna be like, fuck reading. Look at
But
that guy.
it's
He's a
okay.
fucking
What I'm
prick.
trying to
It's
say,
fine. But just the other people read it. It's
yeah,
just a fun book
read
to read.
451. It is a good book, but it's okay to have a crazy opinion. This is what people are like
You're allowed to
getting
share it
away from.
too.
Yeah, you're allowed to be like,
I always just wait in my head like I know this is gonna make me like piss myself laughing, especially in this scenario, but is it worth the fallout? And it's never worth the fallout with these people. It's never worth the fallout.
that's fair. That's fair. But also, you can get over that because everyone's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give
I
a
just
fuck what you have to
recently
say.
started cussing in front of my
Well,
parents.
well, no, I'm just saying everyone has like the idea, the mentality where it's like, I don't give a shit what other people think. If you, for even 1 second, hold back any opinion you have around people because you're like, oh shit, this might not play well, you do give a fuck what people think.
I think it's I think it's also just like a respect thing. Like, I'm not gonna blow up your spot, dude. I know I'm in your house, so I'm not gonna say something that's gonna make you
In
want to kick me out.
situations where
You
it's
know what I
like,
mean?
it's
Like
best just to be
in front of my
respectful.
family, that's what I
Yeah.
always approach it. Like, I'll be respectful for you because I've been here
Yeah,
my
exactly.
whole life. But
Yeah.
like in public, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Or
I
I mean
was
like I also
outside of my Christmas mass, I started singing the Hanukkah song. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, like really loud, and it made my entire family uncomfortable. That
really
was worth the fallout.
how
That gave me so much
do
joy.
Catholics not vibe with Jews?
We vibe with Jews, just they have their own time, we have our own time. That's why they made it so we have to say holidays instead of Christmas.
That's true.
There's a little bit of beef around this time of year with us. A little less support
I don't know, dude.
for
I honestly think
never mind.
the people that made us say happy holidays were people who celebrate Christmas, but they're like,
The
but think of
atheists.
everybody
It
else.
was the
Nobody,
atheists.
literally nobody fucking
Dude,
cared.
nobody cares if you don't believe in God. Stop fucking being a
Yeah.
prick about it. Just
Who
let the people
fucking
who
cares?
believe in God. You don't have to be a dick about it and be like, you fucking sheep. Just calm the fuck down. Have your own opinion. If you disagree, have a conversation. Don't get into a screaming match. Please, for the love of God and for everyone, don't just start yelling at each other. Have a real conversation. If you're one of the people who yells at each other, go to a fucking psychiatrist or therapist and just be like, yeah, this guy in this podcast I was listening to said I was being a piece of shit and that I should come talk to you. And then tell them what you did, and then they'll be like, you're a piece of shit. Let's change that. And then you can work to change it.
I've been guilty of fucking just realigning, like immediately realigning my opinions because somebody I was watching on TV or something said something. I'm like, that's smart. I like that. It takes
I
like,
do that too, TikTok.
yeah,
It
exactly. You
it
have to
definitely
like
fucks with you.
actively work against it and be like, I need to have my own opinion on this.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. You know what? Just inherently just disagree with everything that you encounter, everything that someone
I
says to you, just be like, you're wrong and shut the
I
fuck
think
up.
I kind of stopped doing that freshman year. I'm not gonna lie, in high
Listening to
school.
people.
Like stop listening to like the fucking like general media and be like, take it as like gospel, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is 100% right. Fox News just said that. Holy shit. I can't believe those fucking fuckers, those fucking people in the Middle East are
Dude,
fucking hating America, burning our flags. Like, okay, maybe they
honestly,
are.
if I'm gonna be honest, I was like that up until like 6 months ago. I
Are
was
you
like,
serious, dude?
dude, I was
I've
kind of,
been really cynical my whole life. Like,
yeah, I think probably you have, but then it was like, yeah, 6 months ago that I realized where it's like, I watched like a video where they were going back in time, like the last like 90 years in American history, and explaining like when certain parties had power during times and what they
yeah,
did. Even in the most recent times, like when Democrats held the most amount of power, they were almost as ineffective as when Trump was in office and Republicans controlled the Senate and the presidency, and just nothing was happening.
dude.
Or I think they also even controlled the House. So they
Yeah,
had a fucking triple majority and not shit got
I'd
done.
rather not fucking piss off half the population.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know. I get it. What
it's
you
like, but
mean?
like the
Both
with
sides are fucked.
yeah, with the media, it's like, yeah, it's like, but no, but a lot of people are coming to terms with this too. And I was just like,
Not enough,
I think it's
honestly.
relatable. I'm sure there's a lot of people who like now
But
or like within the last year have come to terms with the fact that it's like, oh yeah, these
I
news sites play
totally, I
sides.
totally agree with you on that. But anyway, I feel like some of these like Republican presidential candidates are preying on that. And you're a piece of shit if you prey on that
You said
because you know,
Republican?
yeah, they're the only ones really running for president right now.
That's true.
If it was Democrats, they'd be doing the same thing. They'd be preying on the
Well,
fact that,
to be fair,
oh,
the
I
only
cut
one.
through the bullshit. I'm
Yeah,
not Fox News. I'm not CBS. I'll tell you the truth. You're a piece of shit because you know the people who are a little less intelligent fall for that shit every time. You're going to hell. I hope you're ready to burn. Fuck you.
I truly believe that too. Yeah, you're gonna come back. Your soul will be fractured, and you'll be a fucking cockroach for 1,000 years.
You're gonna come
Enjoy it.
back and you're gonna be a microorganism that lives in like an animal that takes the biggest shit's life just on their anus for all of eternity for 18 life cycles. You
Sincerely,
piece of shit.
sincerely, the people who are fucking the government up the most, you could probably fit all of them in like 2 buses. Just fucking. Oh my god, do you hear our fucking neighbors? There's no way you guys can hear our neighbors because we got these badass new
Big
awesome
Daddy Mike's.
microphones.
Big Daddy
And we
Mike's.
have these fucking the little scratch
Pop.
pads on top, so you're not gonna be able to hear them. But these people are going ape shit right now. I think they think today is the day the ball drops.
That's should we tell them?
No, we shouldn't. We should
Maybe
throw
maybe they're
rocks at
still
them.
maybe they're still maybe they're still on their native time.
It could be.
Their native time. You think they're native timing it up right now?
No, they sleep until like 11.
I don't know if Africa's ahead or behind us. So fuck me. I don't know geology.
They're in the middle.
Sure.
They're directly
There's
in the
no
middle.
weather in the middle.
On
That's
the
not how time works.
No, no, I'm saying in the world.
Oh.
So whatever time the middle is.
I thought you were fucking with me and I got upset.
No, time has no fucking direction. It just keeps
But the
moving.
fucking time. Why is everything so complicated? I
You
don't give a fuck if the other side of the world wakes up and it's dark outside. We should all just have the same fucking time, you pieces of shit.
you know what I don't understand?
Why we don't all speak the same damn language?
No, listen, how the fuck is it when it's January here, it's cold. In Ohio in January, it's cold. You go to China in January, it's fucking their summer is in January. How the
Same
fuck
with Australia.
How the fuck does that make any sense? Why don't they call January when it's January here? Why don't they say it's June? Why don't they do that?
You're
What?
really upset.
Why the fuck?
Because it would change the days on the calendar.
I thought
Everyone's calendar would be fucked.
I thought everyone had the same seasons. I thought the world was like Game of Thrones, where there was one season for the world, and then it like every 3
You're
months it
fucking
changed.
retarded, dude.
I guess so.
I learned that when I was trolling those like friend apps in middle school, and I matched someone in Australia, and I was like, "Hey, so how's school?" He's like, "Oh, we're actually on holiday right now." Well, fuck you for saying that. Pick up the American slang. Um. Anyway, and I was like, "How are you on fucking holiday? It's the second week in fucking January. You should be in school." And they're like, "No, it's warm here now." And I googled it, and I was like, "Oh, fuck you." And I never talked to her again because I was so upset that she got to be on holiday and I didn't.
Yeah, see,
I wanted to be on holiday.
I didn't have an Australian pen pal, so I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I always thought when people were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to fucking Bermuda for the winter," I was like, I just figured it was just warm during their winter. Like,
You want to get
didn't
lost?
cold.
You want to get lost in a triangle when it's cold outside? You fucking imbecile.
I didn't know.
You know, there's like this strip around the world where there's no wind.
What?
Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy?
What
Like
the fuck are you
sailors.
talking about?
I don't know what it's called. I'll Google it after this. But anyway, there's this like strip around the world, the Prime Meridian or some fucking Harry Potter shit like that. But anyway, sailors used to get stuck there, and since there's no wind, they wouldn't be able to go. It's not deep enough to use oars. If you got stuck there, you died.
What?
Yeah,
How do people not talk about this more?
I don't know, but it's fucking terrifying. I would used to have
Wait,
nightmares when
wait.
I found out about this. I would have nightmares that I was stuck on that
Wait,
thing.
hold on. Explain this to me. How the fuck would the oars not work then?
It's not deep enough. You'd be pushing against sand.
Oh,
You get
fuck.
fucked.
So you really are fucked.
Yeah.
And there's no radio back then. Your
Yeah.
radio is just to die.
And I don't care how many of your fucking and there's sharks. There's like supposedly a shit ton of sharks in the air. So it's hell. It's where you go to die.
Dude, think about what could be there.
Probably the
Creatures.
fucking yeah. I'm sure there are a ton of creatures. And you know what, world? I've said this once. I've said it 100 times. Let's stop exploring the ocean. It's a terrifying hellscape that we should leave to the schizophrenics to imagine. Because I'm scared the reality is so much worse. And if you're schizophrenic, it's cool. I have mental illness too. But Anyway, take your medicine, please. It's just better for everyone.
There are legit
People
fucking
who don't believe in
there are
medicines.
otherworldly creatures that live on this planet just in environments that we can't reach.
I know, it's crazy. Like there are some
Like
things
the
like there's
like
a
this
whole third species of cell that live in these extreme environments.
there's a what?
There's a third species of cell. There's like plant cells,
Animal?
animal cells, and plant cells, and then like microbe or something like that.
Deep ocean
Deep
cells.
ocean cells. So in
Terrorism
theory, if
cells.
there is life on Mars, it would be one of this third type of cell.
Mm,
And we don't know for sure, like through evolution or not. I don't keep up with it. This is from when I was last in school. But we don't know through evolution or not if we evolved from those or if they're just a completely different track of evolution. So as far as we know, Mars could be in the early stages of life, or it's just a completely different track of life and something wiped out the life that we're in. Of
could
course,
be.
everything I've said could have been bullshit. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, no, just with space, do you ever think about the how big space is and how much shit is in space and like legit start panicking? I do that at
Dude,
least once a month.
I used to have these panic things when I was in like a child, and I just never
It's all
I know they're fucking heavy. I never addressed them as a child, so I learned these coping mechanisms. It's just you bury it. You
yeah,
bury
just
it.
fucking
You bury
deep,
it
deep, deep.
deeper and deeper until it makes you funny.
Oh yeah, there
That's
you
what
go.
happened to me.
It starts all of the
All the
deep-rooted fucking
anxiety
fear and all that shit forms into trauma. Like carbon, pure carbon, when you push it down enough, it
eh,
becomes trauma. So that's
and
what
it becomes comedy.
that's what you're working with right now.
Yeah. Thank you. Mental illness.
Yeah,
We're at
but
31 minutes.